YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure that you are subscribing and hitting that bell so you are notified for all of my posts here on Davina. Today's segment, if you read today's title, we are doing my curly hair routine and we're gonna pray. Just because it's been over a year since we really defined my actual curly hair routine. I'm getting back into trying to understand my hair, my porosity, trying to understand what type of products are good for my hair. We're all over the place with it, but we're gonna try some new products today. I really didn't have a choice because I ended up throwing out my old products, but we're gonna get more into our chit chat as we get more into this video, so don't worry, I'll explain. But we're gonna start off with what's underneath this bonnet because I'm scared. She's not bad. I've been rocking the slick back ponytail for a couple of days now, nothing too crazy. And today we're really just going to do our wash day routine and pray for the best. And I'm already getting very, I don't want to say nervous, but my hair already feels like she's not loved already, but she is loved. We need to tell her that she's loved. And I think the best advice that I could really give to you guys and to myself is really like, don't put too much pressure on your hair to look a certain way, especially when it's like you're just starting a brand new journey and you're getting back into your regular routine. Because I know for me personally, I wore my curly hair a lot in college, but it's been completely different post-grad and my hair just looks different now. We've been through a lot of big chops, we've straightened our hair a lot, and I'm never gonna stop that. But anywho, I'm just gonna stop talking. We're gonna get right on into this video, and yeah. Okay, so to start off wash day, we're gonna start off with this spray bottle. You can really get a spray bottle anywhere, Amazon, beauty supply. I went Amazon just because I wanted the continuous spray and I really didn't know if they were gonna have that at the beauty supply. And then you're going to get a detangling brush. This is the wet brush. I don't know specifically what the name of this is, but I can definitely tell that it's changed the way that my hair detangles before I start putting product into it. So we're just gonna go section by section. Later on I'm gonna have like claw clips and it'll be easier to really like tie the hair up as this is going, but I want to try to detangle out here versus in the shower, because me personally, I really hate combing my hair in the shower, and I think that I have to get over that because I just hate the feeling of like wet hair. But it's like, how are we going to hate the feeling of wet hair and we want to, you know, do a seamless routine? But yeah, we're just going to get it wet enough to make sure that it's detangled, there's no clumps before getting in the shower. See, that was so easy. We did one piece and now we're just gonna keep going until we are all the way at the front of our head. And even like the way that I part my hair too is like kind of insane. We don't want too much hair out, just like enough to get some water through it and to pass that brush through it. And if you guys are noticing, I think the best tip for me that I got while I was doing like curly hair is that you want to detangle from the bottom to the root. You don't want to start, as crazy as it might sound and like as common sense as I thought it was, like I always used to like start from the root and then go down, but you do not want to do that. You want to start at the bottom, work your way up, and Then you want to take that brush and then just put it everywhere else. Okay, cool. Second section went well. This is, I think, still a part of like another section, but we're just going to get the little piece back there just so we don't forget about it. And go bottom to roots. And then I want to take that comb and make sure that it's put everywhere else. If you feel, no, brush down. And if you want to make sure that everything is like detangled, you could even go through like and do like a finger comb as well, just to make sure that the water is like distributed evenly and that everything is in there good, like a wet dog. We are finally ready to get in the shower, and I'm deciding to do something different today, which is like doing a middle part and like kind of sectioning off my hair when I get in the shower to make the process of like detangling it again when I get out after shampooing and then conditioning. So I have these two products. These are what I use when I wash my hair. This is the Moroccanoil Hydrating Shampoo in this bottle, and then we have the Hydrating Conditioner, and it's in this bottle. I know you can find it now at Ulta, and I'm so excited because I'm an Ulta girl down, but you can also find it at Sephora, I'm pretty sure. You can find it at a lot of different places. Even go on their website and get it there. But I've been using their products for a very long time. And then later on, when I separate my curls and I use my oil, I also use that from Moroccanoil as well. So we are going to get right on into this shower, wash our hair, condition it, and then we're going to get into my styling routine. If you are done and you're drying it, you should definitely be using a microfiber towel. Get a cute one from like TJ Maxx. You can go to Marshall's, Amazon again, or you can use a t-shirt. Just make sure that it's not a regular towel because it's just not going to give you the results that you want. We are done with the shampoo portion of our wash and goes, and this is what my hair looks like after all of that, and it definitely looks better than like the first time that I put products in my hair for my curly hair. So I'm definitely happy with this. I'm happy that the middle part still stayed while I was doing my whole routine, because I feel like that's the part where I feel like my hair just gets lost in translation when I'm in the shower, and I'm just like, why is my hair, after I'm finished washing it, comes out so tangled? But this is really good. I definitely need a trim severely. Like, my ends are crying. I am going to start with the back of my hair. It's always better for me personally when I'm doing it like straight out of the shower. I don't want to waste any time on trying to wait the process out and let the microfiber towel absorb like the water, because that's what we really need to work with. And although it's wet, we need it to be wetter. So we are going to take that towel, we're going to take that spray bottle, and we are going to get to work as soon as I kind of figure out what the hair wants to do. And I want to make these two little sections, and we're going to eventually get rid of that middle part, because I've been seeing a lot of like discourse online about like how you shouldn't have a middle part. There should be no defined part. So I'm going to try the no middle part. We are going to take this side that's right here. We're going to get the water specifically in your roots. I think that's something that I focus on majority of the time when I'm doing it, because if the water is not in my roots, it's just not going to come out the way I need it to come out. And I put I even the product everywhere, but I'm specifically get it more to that root, just because I don't like my hair super duper puffy. Like, I like that full look, but the full look decides to come like after day one, because day one curls are usually just like really to my scalp, and that's the way that I need it to be. And I'll worry about the definition and the volume later. Okay, so working that into the roots, getting the water through my hair. Cool. Making sure it's all in there. Double checking. Okay, so cool. Now we're gonna get into some of the products that I use, and I'm used to just using one product. And I used to use Miel, but then I threw Miel away because they were freaking me out about the discourse online about how it was making people's hair fall out, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. So I decided to throw that away and get Aveda's Be Curly Advanced, why can't I ever pronounce that? The Be Curly Advanced Coil Definer Gel. Stronghold fights frizz. And this is what it's supposed to look like in the green jar. So I use that. And custards and gels work more on my hair because I need a stronger hold versus like a cream. But I want to introduce a cream later on into my routine, right? But when I get back into a flow of doing my hair again, I'm going to definitely introduce that. And one of my favorite things that I found is this BB Curl Reactivator by Bumble and Bumble. I'm obsessed with it, and this is what it looks like. It's definitely bringing life back into my curls. So I just take that, spray it, and it smells amazing. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. And I'm just going to go back in with some water to the point where I literally want this entire sweatshirt to be kind of soaked, even though we don't like wet hair as much. And now we're going to take the product that I showed you guys. We're gonna get it on that root specifically first, and then we're gonna take it, rake it through. We're gonna do the praying hands to really get in there, and then we're gonna scrunch. Make sure that hair is out the way. Scrunch. And I really want to get most of the scrunching out of the way before we get to the diffusing part, because I don't really want to lose a lot of length when I'm diffusing. I want to give me an opportunity to have my curls kind of hang a little longer. And if your hair does not sound like that, you are doing it wrong. Like, don't be afraid to put some more water in your hair. Put it in there. You'll get over the overstimulation of being severely soaked, like, as it goes on. Trust me, the feeling goes away. So you guys see that it is starting to form some curls. Boom. Keep going. And then that's what your end result should look like. Cool. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side of the hair, because you see how this side looks different than this side. So now we're going to do that same thing again. Talk about my curly hair journey and what made me want to start wearing out my natural hair more now, and then what made me do that in college, because I think that's where it pretty much started. Because before college I was always kind of doing twist outs, and I was using a lot of like flexi rods. I was wetting my hair, doing flexi rods. I was going for more of like, I wanted a like a fluffed out curl look. Like, I wanted some volume to my hair, and if anybody has seen my hair straight, it really wasn't giving that. So I really wanted to do that vibe for kind of high school going into college. And then I met my roommate, and she was like, oh my gosh, you have curly hair. Like, when you wet your hair, it's curly. You should try to do that more often. I was like, yeah, like I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't really know how to do it. So she really kind of like introduced me to doing my curly hair more and appreciating my natural self more. And if it wasn't for her, I feel like I would definitely be lost in that, because I feel like now it's more common to see it versus like me not really seeing that, like growing. And my hair was a little longer when I was doing it, and I felt like when you leave your hair alone, like, it's definitely going to grow more. You're going to see so many different changes to it because you're not playing with it like you usually are. And I think with my curly hair, I don't really play with it as much when it's like this, because I'm just like, I don't want to keep re-wetting my hair every single time I have to do a style, every time I have to do this, that, and the third. So just leaving it, letting it do what it do, going through the process, going through the journey.
Took the liberty of going off camera to air dry a little bit, but then I took my diffuser, I went over my hair, I went under my hair to flip it for more volume, and I did my edges off camera.
One eternity later.
I feel my personality coming back. Do you see the curl pattern? So just imagine what it could be when I trim it. Yeah. I literally was like, had to do so much off camera just for the fact is like my batteries are just, they're not doing good. They're on a hiatus right now. And I don't think that I would be doing y'all a good service if I literally came back like probably 2-3 hours later, which I already did anyway because it took me a while to like get life together. I don't think that it would have been good for me to come back like the next day and like, oh, here we are. Even though I'm going to show you guys like the verses like day 1, day 2. And I just wanted to show you guys what the hair looked like after diffusing it. And most of the time that I was like diffusing it, my hair was already kind of like 40% dry because I let it air dry. I don't want to keep sitting there with that blow dryer. It was exhausting. It was a arm workout after going from one arm workout to the next arm workout. Who wants to do that? So yeah, usually I'm rotating from hot to cold air and keeping it on low. I never go high, and I think that that's also the problem too. It just depends on your comfortability, how much you want to hear that blow dry in your ear, because I don't be wanting to hear that. Step is to take my Moroccan treatment oil. Comes in a bottle like this, or it comes in like a smaller bottle that you can get for like a travel size if you just want to try the product out. I know that a lot of people got introduced to it when they were like in the Sephora lines and they have like the minis there. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to go through every single curl in my head and just separate the curls, and let's see what we are left with. Okay, this is the final result after going through my hair with the oil and separating each curl. I am too pleased with these results. I definitely feel like, let me go around, let me do a 360. Yeah. I definitely feel like it looks better than last time, because again, I feel like when you go into the roots with your spray bottle and you hitting them roots, you are really like working with the product and putting it into your hair. Is definitely going to look better. I have a product that has more of a gel cast because I think something about that defines my curls more, but I'm going to dive deeper into that after I get my trim and I'm actually like fully back into it. We're gonna try other products. We're gonna come back and tell you guys how we're feeling about them, but I am so pleased with this. There's no part in my hair, so we don't have to stay with the side part. We could flip her this way. We could just go middle. It really just depends, but I am more of a side part girly, and I love the side part on this side. I'll be back tomorrow and show you guys what day 2 hair looks like. Hey guys, this is my curls day 2. I am so happy with the way that my hair is now on day 2, just because it had a little time to just, you know, sit in my bonnet and to just really kind of come into its own. And I promised you guys that I was going to show you guys how I like preserve my hair through the night, and I really don't have any crazy tips or tricks for you guys because I literally just smack my bonnet on it and go to sleep, and we just pray that the next morning that the hair is going to be right. And it literally is right. So there's nothing crazy or nothing unique about how I do that. So usually I would like take like my satin scrunchies, and it's very important that they are satin because you don't want to, you know, have too much frizz in your curls. You just take it, section it into 2 parts, and still slap the bonnet on it, because the best way I like to put it is that I'm a really sloppy sleeper, to put it in good terms, and I just move around a lot, and sometimes we don't know if the bonnet is going to stay on. But I promise you, if your hair at least is like mine and it's a little fuller, it's going to stay on. When my hair is straight, just go on and pick the bonnet up once you wake up in the morning, because it will be on the floor and it will not be good. And give you guys a tip if you guys don't want that hair all in your face, because I know I definitely feel that, and it's just like, girl, I don't want all that hair in my face, even though I want to, you know, do my curly hair. Or even if you're not into curly hair and you just want to have your hair down, like, try to get into headbands. Like, I can tell you guys that I have this in brown, I have this in white, black. I have them in so many colors, and it's definitely helped me just like even put an outfit together, or just like make me feel better about my hair kind of being out of my face. And even though it's still on the side, it's still relatively out of my face. So yeah, this is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Make sure that you guys follow my social. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.